believe anything you say. And everything changes when you're not around. The moment I see you, my feet hit the ground. I try not to cross it, but you keep on moving now.
Hello, I'm Matt from Sterling Mics, and I'm here with Jim McGorman.
How you doing?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
What's the difference between just being in a band and like being the musical director?
There's a lot of differences, but they're subtle. A musical director can at times go as far as composing original music for an act, writing out charts, working with an orchestra, working with background. You're somewhat of in the movie business, you're a producer and a director because you're responsible for everything, but you're also working, very closely with the artist and very closely with the band, and you're taking the artist's wishes and their vision, and you're implementing that with the band and however many external musicians are coming in and out. That's one way if it's just an artist. But if you're working with a band, like Weezer, for example, you're kind of a fifth member, the extra member of the band, whether you're playing along with them or not.
Who would be the harder rocker, Paul Stanley or Avril Lavigne?
What do you mean by harder rocker?
Well, who really rocks out when you're on stage and you're just like, oh, it's a rock? Who's rocking?
Avril gets rocking. Playing Kiss songs with Paul Stanley was pretty badass.
Yeah.
It was pretty badass.
They rock in different ways.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
What does it take to be a pro musician?
I'll let you know if I ever become one. There's probably some kind of cosmic universe thing that happens to one guy or the other. Obviously, you have to know your instrument. You have to know how to play. You have to know how to play with a band. That's another thing. There's a lot of downtime. If you're lucky, you're playing an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours a day. The rest of the time is traveling and dealing with personalities.
If you're a hired gun, do you ever get to trash hotel rooms? Or is that, you're the professional? You can't, if they're partying, can you throw down?
I've never trashed a hotel room. I'm not a drinker, so the likelihood of that happening is much smaller if you're not a drinker. I'm not really a partier. I never have been. But, there are instances where, you're having fun out there and something gets broken or spilled and nothing you can do about it. You just kind of run,
Okay, so you built your own studio. This is in your garage.
Yes,
It used to be a garage.
It used to be.
Yeah. So,
It still kind of is.
Yeah, you could park a car in here.
You can get a car
if you
in
really
here.
wanted to.
You get a Mini Cooper in there.
Yeah. So what were your goals when you were deciding to build your studio?
I just wanted to have I had it in a second bedroom for a while, and I wanted some more space. I wanted a place where I could set up a lot of my gear that it could be utilized very quickly.
If you're in a studio and you need a versatile mic, what do you use?
There are two unbelievably great choices right here. The thing about the Sterling 69 mic is I can use it on a ton of different stuff, and it's great. You cut vocals with it, cut acoustics with it, cut guitars, electric guitars, pianos. That's really, in the new age of home studios, you want to find a few different mics that you can use on a host of different applications. Cost is always an issue. So, that's why these are such great microphones. They're not going to break the bank, and you can use them on a bunch of different things. If you only have a budget of $500, $1,000, whatever, you can get a couple of these guys, and you can really start to mix and match and get some different tones.
What are some trends you see? What are bands doing these days?
Well, a lot of people are moving to home studios. It's unbelievable how many things I see are done in rooms like this, like a garage or a second bedroom. Another big trend is EPs. It takes a little pressure off of having to do 10 or 12 songs. I mean, if you make a record, all the songs have to fit within the style of a record. If you're only doing 4 songs or 5 songs, that's a lot of freedom because you do 4 or 5 and then, hey, you know what? Do a different 4 or 5 on the next EP.
Current projects, what are you up to these days?
I have an original band called The Awesomeness, which is kind of an electro pop 80s synthy style band, producing some singers, songwriters, and just trying to stay busy.
Well, man, it's been great talking with you.
You too, man. Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye, people.